First things first. Salentu, getting your first look at the new Tulutu tribe. Paul, voted out at last night's tribal council. Alright, drop your buffs. We are merging tribes. I'm in the driver's seat now. I made it to the merge. I have an idol in my pocket, so I don't really need to win the first immunity challenge. As far as I know, I don't even have a target on my back. So, from now to the end of the game, I'm in a very comfortable position. You guys will be known as Falatau. You guys will be representing lime green. Here's a map to your new camp. Yes, you will have to build a new camp from scratch. Alright, head on out. The merge, in my opinion, is essentially where the game begins. I had no doubt in my mind that I would make it here. But now the bigger question is who are the biggest players? Because they need to go first. So, this is our new place. Yeah. Well, we better get to work. Okay, so as a construction and builder and a farmer, I can help you guys with this. Yeah, okay. You take charge, buddy. So, taking charge of the merge tribe, this could put a target on my back, but it could also open the door for potential alliances, which, if I can get into a good alliance, it should help me out for the early days of this merge. Okay, dude. We're still good? Yeah. What's our plan? We just have to make allies. We just need to get the numbers on our side. I think I've got Natalie, not too sure about Carol and Chase. They could have changed their minds as they were on a different tribe. What about you? I might have Daryl and Dan on my side, so I could get them to work with me. Cool, do you do that? For me, the game plan more or less is the same. Just get the numbers, make people like me, and when people like me, they want to work with me. So that's my game plan, and hopefully it works and gets me through early stages of this merge. As I'm a physical threat, they could want to target me. Okay, so this has to be the final three right here. I'm willing to work with you guys. Sure. Yeah, cool. Alright, cool. Let's just lay low about this. We don't really want many people to know about this, so hopefully we can surprise them with our great moves, but people can't know that we're working together. The merge is here. It's an opportunity for me now to really take control. Hopefully my little alliance with me, Grace and Katie will go far. We can't have many people knowing about it. I presume it will be a bit hard as there's lots of people on the island, so there's not many places to hide. And so I feel if I can take control quickly, yeah, I'll be a person to be feared later on. What do you think of that? Well, I truly don't know. I think there's other people we can work with. I mean, do we completely trust Ken? Well, I think we can, because he got rid of Courtney, and I think he's had our back for a while. Yeah. But at the same time, he is a very good player, and I also don't really want to be told what to do. We won't. We'll all have a say in what the matter. Yeah, but he'll get the credit for it at the end. The merge is here. Don't overcomplicate the game plan. Stay in the middle. I'm in an alliance of 3 with Ken and Katie. I've got Natalie and Owen. They trust me. That's two alliances that I'm a part of, and that's like a lot of people. And there's other people I can make genuine relationships with. Daryl trusts me. If Daryl joins one of those alliances, we're in the game. And Daryl's got Dan and Chris. I could weasel my way into that. I'm in the middle here. I've got a lot of options, and I like it. Well, the merge is here. People are branching off into their little groups. I've still got complete faith in Grace. But as this game's going to go on, she's going to keep doubting the plan and stuff, and if that's going to be so, I might have to either just stop being in an alliance with her or vote her off. And, now might be the time to do that if she's going to continue to doubt me, sooner rather than later. So, nice to see you guys again. Yeah, it really is. How was your tribes like? Well, we were in the majority when Paul went home, so that was pretty good. Same. We were in the majority when Sue went home, so yeah, hopefully we can work together. Yeah, we have to. We can't split up. What do you mean? Well, there's four original Tulutu and 6 original Salintu. If I've pointed that out, someone else has to. Yeah, well, what's the chances of the 6 of them working together? They could all hate each other for all we know. Well, is there a group of them that stuck together? Well, Ken, Darryl, and Dan worked together, but I don't think they were particularly fond of each other. We can't take chances. We have to work together. We might have Grace on our side. That would be enough to split the vote, and then whoever's Grace has got on her side, we could potentially own this game. Yeah, but how do we know we can truly trust her? I might be able to trust Chris, so that might help. Okay, well, if we get all the people we trust the most onto our side, we can get rid of everybody else. Yeah, sure, good idea. The game is moving as quick as it's ever gone, you know? At the moment, if Salintu members stick together, I'm in the minority and I don't like that one bit. I need to build a majority alliance. I've got 4 so far. All I need is 2 more and I'm in the driver's seat. Well, what do? I know the game plan was to try and get rid of her as quickly as possible, but right now we need her. Yeah, I mean, if she's right about the Salintu members working together, we're kind of screwed. Especially me. I'm a very strategic player. You're quite social, but I think you're a bit low under the radar, but you'll still get picked off. Yeah. So do we work with her? Right now, I think it's in our best interest. Yes. If Natalie is right, I could be going home. I know I'm a strategic threat. I know Ken very well. He is very skeptical and strategic. If he understands my game, he'll think of me as a force to be reckoned with and want to get rid of me. Maybe even Dan as well. I think Dan is also of the strategic type. You know, so at the moment, I know it probably doesn't suit my game, but Natalie is the best chance for me. Alright, crazy hypothetical here. We have the numbers. What do you mean? We've got 6 Salintu here, 4 Tulutu over there. Final 6. You see? I mean, yeah, pretty cut and clean. So there you go, we have the numbers, final 6 here, and then we just duke it out at the end. I'm fine with that. Sure. Cool. Yeah, why not? Well, hopefully that worked, you know? If I can get to the final 6 of an idol, I'm guaranteed final 5. And depending on who I get rid of then, if I still have Darryl and Chris, final 3. And Darryl, I think, trusts me more, so final 2. And since I was the best player here, which yes, I might be committing this sin of vanity by thinking I'm better than everybody else, but I probably will win the game. And yeah, that's good because I've become $1 million richer. Well, that was sure interesting. What do we think? Yeah, smart idea. You know, if we have the numbers, we should use them. Yeah, but to be completely honest, we can use some of them. Plus, do we really trust Dan? Yeah, Grace is right. I don't really trust Dan the most. But at the same time, Katie's got a good argument. The numbers are there. We should use them. And at final 6, if it goes according to plan, it'll be 3v3. We only need to flip 1 more. Yeah, it'll be much harder for them to flip one of us when it'd be quite easy to flip one of them. Yeah, honestly, I think we should take it. Okay. And yet again, Grace continues to doubt the plans. If she's gonna doubt, she's more likely to flip. She probably has to go soon. If I can get Darryl to consider flipping, man, I'm in a comfortable position because I've got ties with this alliance and the next alliance, and I'll be in the middle again, which is where I want to be. Are you ready to get to your first individual immunity challenge? Yeah. Okay, for today's challenge, you're going to stand on one of the coloured pedestals and hold up one of these blocks that is 1/4 of your body weight. Last person standing wins immunity, safe from the vote, loses tribal council where somebody will be the first person voted out of the merged tribe and the 7th person voted out of this game. Alright, we draw spots, we'll get started. Okay, Everyone is in position, and this challenge is on. Everyone is fighting strong. This is what you covered in this game. With this around your neck, there is no better feeling in the world than to walk into Tribal Council with this around your neck. It means you are safe and you are not going home. Everybody seems to be relatively doing this challenge quite well. Just wait, the fatigue will set in. And just like that, Grace drops her block. She's out of this challenge. Everybody is going relatively well. You've been going for 5 minutes. Really? 5 minutes, Jeff? I didn't even make that. It does feel quite long when you're up here. It's now Carol who's struggling. Carol is really trying to gain momentum. Oh, but she can't handle it. Carol becomes the second person out of this challenge. We are down to 8. Everybody is digging in hard with immunity on the line. Can they succeed? We've got a little bit of fidgeting from Daryl at the back. Is he struggling or just readjusting? Daryl straightens up. He's back in this. 10 minutes gone. You guys have been going for 10 minutes. Oh, and seemingly out of nowhere, Dan drops. And Chase falls off his platform. Just like that, we're down to 6. And only moments later, Chris and Ken drop. We're down to 4. They are Owen, Daryl, Katie, and Natalie. We've been going for 30 minutes. Keep it up, guys. It sure is hot. Hopefully these guys have had enough water. Oh, this is quite tough. You okay? I didn't have enough water, I don't think. Oh, I think I might pass out. And Daryl just straight up falls backwards. Jeffy's passed out. Alright. Medical, can we check on Daryl real quick? Daryl, you good? Daryl, can you hear me? Are you good? What happened? You want the good news or the bad news? Give me both. Well, the good news is you're fine. Bad news is you lost the challenge. That's a shame. Alright, Doc, is Daryl fine? Yeah, he's good. I'm just gonna stay with him for the remainder of the challenge. Make sure he gets enough water. Alright, keep him safe. Alright, keep going, guys. And now Katie drops. She's now out of the challenge. We are down to our final 2. Natalie and Owen fighting out for immunity. These 2 have been going for 45 minutes. Fatigue starting to set in on the face. Keep going. Owen is either readjusting or he's struggling. Owen really now starting to struggle. Owen trying his best to get back on track. Natalie's starting to struggle now. Owen gets a hold of it. But Natalie can't. She falls off, meaning Owen wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Owen, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 9. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, where somebody will be the 7th person voted out of the game. It will not be you. Grab your stuff, get back to camp. I'll see you tonight. Well done, Owen. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. Yeah, well, that was a spectacular job. Thank you. I probably would have beaten you if I didn't fall off. No, my weight was less, because you're a bit fatter than me. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, no. It's just a joke, I'm kidding. Don't get overreactive or anything. Good one. I cannot believe I lost that. I had less weight on my block than Owen, but it means I'm lighter than him. I should have won that. You know, I used to run with a quarter of my weight on my back for about 5Ks. I should have been able to do that. And now I'm on the chopping block if the 6 Lentu members decide to vote together, because they might see me as a physical and strategic threat. That's just... it's a bit disappointing. Okay, I say we keep it simple. Who should we vote for? I mean, it's got to be between Natalie and Chase, right? Because we can't vote for Owen, and I don't think Carol's much of a threat. Now, Carol's quite social, but at the moment I don't think that really matters. In my eyes, probably Chase. I think he's more strategic. I think we get rid of Natalie because she's strategic. Maybe not as strategic as Kim, but she's also a physical threat. That could be dangerous. I agree. So, Natalie it is. suppose so. Sure. I'm just gonna go fill up my water. Okay. Okay, guys. I need a quick word with you. About what? About Grace. What about her? Well, she doubted working with the fiberglass, and if she's doubting that, she has a potential to flip. Yeah, I see that, but we need her as numbers. Do we though? Because if we vote her out now, we go into the final 9 still having the majority 5-4. Yeah, but she's loyal to us. You know, that could be good going forward. No, but that's the point. I don't think she is. I don't think it's worthwhile taking the risk when she could potentially flip. Yeah, but it's just beginning of the merge. Do we really want to overcomplicate things? Yeah, I think we have to. I think, yeah, well, when we get to final 6, I just think we need to use her. We can get rid of her then, but we still have a majority with or without her. We still, well, it'll be 5-5, but if she works with us tonight, we will have a majority with or without her. Okay, I guess we'll just vote out Natalie then. So tonight's vote should be pretty straightforward. But here comes Katie along saying, yeah, Grace, let's get rid of Grace, she's untrustworthy. She's annoying me, and she's dangerous, and proves that she's thinky. You know, she wants to work with us, but she doesn't want to work with Grace because she's a potential threat to the game. And if she's thinking about that, maybe she has to go instead. You know, maybe instead of Chase and Natalie, maybe she has to go because she could be a potential threat to me. Okay, hear me out? Should we consider voting out Katie? What? Yeah, like, elaborate, please. So, she was yapping on about, hey, Grace, untrustworthy, right? Gotta go, right? Makes sense, right? When you think someone's untrustworthy, you want to talk about it with the Alliance. Yes? Go on. Well, it proves that she's thinking and she could be a potential threat going forward. Yeah, but if she's right about Grace, and we get rid of her now, we don't have the numbers if Grace decides to flip. Grace won't flip, you know. Daryl, you trust Grace, right? Yes. If you don't flip, she won't flip. I suppose so. And she'd want to stick with the numbers. I reckon she'd want to stick with the numbers. So, what are you saying? Should we consider voting out Kaylee? Yes. If it comes down to it, I still think Chase is the right idea, but, you know, maybe Kaylee wouldn't be so stupid. So, that was a bit awkward. I'm fine with it. You know, we've got a lot of discuss about. We've got 2 targets. Potentially, I could flip and go and work with Owen and his alliance, which is an option. I have an option, which is good. Or I could stay here, which works as well. I've got many options. What do I want to do? I want to get rid of Dan. I want to consider getting rid of Dan tonight. Because Dan, he's going to be a big threat. And if he continues to tell me what to do, that's going to really jam my buttons. So, Grace, you consider flipping? What do you mean? In the 6-person alliance? Well, not really flipping. I'm kind of against the idea. Well, not really. I still want to consider working with them, but I want to consider my options as well. Same. So I've got a good connection with Owen. I've got good connections with Natalie and Daryl. Do you think Daryl will consider flipping? No. No, he likes Dan and most of the others as well, so I don't think he'll flip. He's loyal to the people he will work with. Dan's a big threat. I want to get rid of him. Yeah, I see that. So I think we should consider working with the other 4 or seeing what they want to do. Chris considering to flip, not really willing to flip. This music to my ears because it gives me the opportunity to consider my options with him, with an ally. I wanted to do it with Daryl because I trusted him, but if Daryl's not willing to flip, then he's just a waste of time. And if Natalie's willing to work with us to get rid of Dan or any of the males, any of the rest of them, perfect. Fine with me. Oh, hey, Chris. Hey, you guys wouldn't mind if we had a word with you? Not at all. Sure. Okay. We have a proposition for you. Oh, please tell us. Yeah, what's your proposition for us, man? Me and Chris thinking of flipping. Thinking. So you're not sure? Not at the moment. We were thinking of flipping and getting rid of Dan. Where do you guys sit? Well, to be honest, we're thinking of somebody different. Who? Well, originally, Daryl, right? Physical threat. But he has a tendency to pass out. True? So, we came down to Ken. Elaborate. Well, Ken is very strategic. He's a little bit physical as well. He showed that today. Yes. But he's very physical and strategic. Well, not very physical, but more strategic. And he will be a big threat going forward. Yep, I see that. But I can't help but think that Dan, he's calling a lot of shots over there. It might be true, but we need to take a shot at Ken while we still can. Well, that complicates things. What do you mean? Well, there's been a lot of names thrown around. Like, I can count 5. Like who? Well, Chris told me that Katie's coming after me. Dan wants Natalie out. Or Chase. Okay, I kind of thought that would happen. Yeah. And, well, we want Dan out and you want Ken out. That's 5 people. Yeah. A lot of discussion that's going to go around. Well, look at that. Grace and Chris considering to flip, and I haven't even had to move a finger or a muscle. Perfect. Hearing Chase's name being considered thrown around worries me. My name's not up there, which means I'm probably safe, but you're never quite sure. But Chase is one of my closest allies. If he goes home, you know, that might be game over for me. And Natalie, if she goes home, that could be bad as well. But Chase is quite a big part of my game. So you guys are thinking of flipping? Yes, that's what we said. Well, here's the thing. You're not 100% sure you're going to flip. That is not really reassuring to me. I'm more confident now than I was, but here's the thing. If you guys decide not to flip, make Dan and his alliance vote for Chase, or you're throwing your partner under the bus. Ideally, I don't have a choice. I guess so. He doesn't really benefit my game or Chris's game, so I could try and swing that across to Dan. If you could, that would be fantastic. Tell Dan he's calling the shots in the alliance and he's more dangerous. Is that true? No, of course not, I am. So you again, throwing him under the bus. And again, I kind of have to. Okay. Is throwing Chase under the bus savage? Yes, of course it is, but I had to do it. And I don't mind doing it because that's the game I want to play. But really, there wasn't much of a choice for me. I mean, when you look at it, think about it. If Chris and Grace flip and work with us, perfect. I'm in the driver's seat, me and my alliance winning the game. If they don't flip, I'm either losing an ally, which wouldn't be ideal, but it would be ideal instead of me going home. If I go home, it sucks to be me. Okay, so what's the consideration? Alright, 3 things, right? Katie goes home, if we think about it. Really? Yes, we've talked about it. You weren't there, but the boys have talked about it. Secondly, this was most likely going to happen. Grace goes home. Yeah, that's where I need to talk to you. I don't think Grace is the biggest threat. She's strategic and physical. That's basically the package. Yes, but Chase is calling the shots over there. If Natalie goes home, their alliance still has Owen to guard them, and he's calling the shots. You know, he is more of a strategic threat. So he's telling me we should consider voting out Chase. Yes. Well, Chase was originally what I wanted to do. So, yes, it could potentially happen, but I still think Natalie's the bigger threat. Trust me, you're making a mistake. But if we just decide to vote Natalie, will you do it? Yes. Okay, well, I'll think about it. My brain is soaring right now. Should we get rid of Chase? Yeah, Chase is a good idea, but no, Natalie's better. Natalie definitely. Grace goes away. Let's talk about it. Natalie definitely? No, let's go without Grace. She's not here. Let's do it. Let's backstab her. I don't want to vote out Grace. Let's vote out Katie instead. Yes, good idea, but Natalie is definitely the better idea. Natalie is probably going to go home, but oh no, Grace comes back and says, hey, let's vote out Chase instead. If Chase goes home, Chase is the ringleader over there. That would be a good thing. No, but I want to consider voting out Natalie. Make it make sense. This is crazy. So many names going around. I might end up putting down Daryl's name for all I know, if it comes down to that. The good thing is my name hasn't been said. That actually could be a bad thing. Final meeting before tribal. 2 options. Let's narrow it down to 2 options. Natalie Chase. Natalie, physical, strategic, big threat, right? Yes, I think Natalie. I don't know. Chase is the ringleader after all. Yes, that's the other thing. Chase, ringleader, calling all the shots, strategic threat. What should we do about him? Well, I say Natalie to be completely true. Yeah, but when you put it that way, Chase seems like a much bigger threat. Chase to me. Well, yeah, Chase. Well, I'm thinking Natalie, so this doesn't help because we're split. We could not go into tribal council split, okay? Because if we go into tribal council 3-3, they have 4 over there. Kaboom. We've lost it. What do we do? Chase. No, Natalie, stop arguing, guys. Okay, if we argue, we're not going to get anywhere. We need to think about this. Oh, that was sure panic-inducing. So, flip? Well, it makes more sense now, right? Because if they're going to argue about it, yes, flip. But Dan and Daryl, they're my closest allies. Yeah, I feel the same way. I like Katie. Can trust me. You know, I've been allies with them since day one. Yeah, same. It just kind of feels wrong that the first merge tribal council we betray them. But if the rest of the game's going to be arguing and bickering about who to vote off, that's not going to be a very good thing. Well, this is it. Survivor, the ultimate social experiment. Aim of the game? Outwit, outplay, outlast. It seems simple. I've been good at it so far. Why am I so panicked though? I don't know what to do. Do I work with Grace? Do we flip? Do I just work with my allies, which seems to be the benefit? All I know is that if I make the wrong decision tonight, that decision will haunt me for the rest of the game. Here we are, before tribal. I've got a sinking feeling in my gut, I really do. Me and Natalie on the chopping block. Are we going home? Or are Grace and Chris gonna flip? And are we gonna rise to succession that we beat the majority alliance? As many questions as are gonna be answered tonight. Who's gonna be in charge going through the rest of the merge? Am I gonna be on the jury? There's so many questions that are going to be answered tonight. And honestly, the game for me hasn't finished. Like, when we arrive at tribal, I still have the opportunity to convince people why I should stay. Welcome, Falatau, to your first tribal council as a merged tribe. Let's get started, shall we? Owen, you win the first immunity challenge. Normally people like to take it easy there, but you really put your effort in. Well, I really don't have to put much effort into it because, well, 10% of this group passed out. Thanks, man. Welcome. So, there you just had a bit of a joke there, Ken. Does that tell you that this group of people here get along relatively well? I'd say so. Like, it kind of makes it easier with the tribe swap to get along with people because you get to learn about other people from the opposite tribes. So, Katie, with everyone getting along, does that make this decision quite hard? I mean, yeah, every decision is quite hard because at the end of the day, you're banishing somebody out of the game and, you know, they could either be your ally or your enemy, and if you screw it up, and you're there at the final 2 and you're on the jury, they'll let you know. Does that add any implications to tonight's vote, Chase? Yeah, you need to really think deep about who you want to see on the jury, but we're not up to the jury stage yet, so to get there you have to survive tonight's vote. Alright, we'll get to the vote. Chris, you'll start us off. Damn it. Oh, man. This is confusing, because, like, what if Chris did flip? Then I've kind of screwed up. guess this is still our game plan. I don't really know anymore, man. I think me and the Alliance came up with a very vague conclusion that you were the target tonight. I don't really know. Tally the votes. The person with the most votes must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Ken. Second vote, Chase. That's 1 vote Ken, 1 vote Chase. Third vote, Natalie. That's 1 vote Ken, 1 vote Chase, 1 vote Natalie. 7 votes left. Fourth vote, Grace. We have a 4-way tie. 1 vote Grace, 1 vote Natalie, 1 vote Ken, 1 vote Chase. Fifth vote, Chase. That's 2 votes Chase. Sixth vote, Ken. That's 2 votes Chase, 2 votes Ken, 1 vote Grace, 1 vote Natalie. Seventh vote, Ken. That's 3 votes Ken, 2 votes Chase, 1 vote Grace, 1 vote Natalie. 3 votes left. Eighth vote, Chase. We are tied again. 3 votes Chase, 3 votes Ken, 1 vote Grace, 1 vote Natalie, 2 votes left. Ninth vote, Chase. That's 4 votes Chase, 3 votes Ken, 1 vote left. The 10th and final vote, Ken. We have a tie. 4 votes Ken, 4 votes Chase. Here's what's going to happen. Chase and Ken will not vote. We will have a revote. If the votes are still tied, Chase, Owen and Ken will become immune and we will draw rocks. Alright, I'll give you a moment to discuss and then we'll get started. Come on Grace, we need you and Chris to flip. Yes, I didn't flip before because my closest allies, the allies I've had since day one, are on that side. Yes, but we need you to flip. We can do better things than them. Yeah, I don't know if I can believe that. Trust us, Grace. We can help you. Dude, I don't want to pressurize you into making a decision, so all I'm going to say is please just vote for Ken. But if you don't, it won't tarnish our relationship. Thanks, man. Katie, I've got to ask, did you vote for Grace? Yes. Why? We had a perfect opportunity to take out Chase, and you didn't. You voted out Grace. Yes, I didn't think it would matter, okay? I thought the 5 of you were going to vote for Chase anyway, so it didn't matter about my vote. All I wanted to do with my vote was send a message. You should be asking Ken, who I'm pretty sure voted for Natalie. Yeah, why did you do that? I got confused, man, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, so just put your vote onto Chase. Okay, I'll do that. I'm sorry. I was trying to send a message to Grace to say that you aren't safe. Yeah, I understand that. It's fine. We believe you. What do we do? I don't know, but I'm gonna piss somebody off, so we might as well make a decision. Okay, it's time to vote. Chris, would you mind taking back the urn? Kid, you made a mistake. It should have been Chase casting this vote, not me. I don't care if Chase goes home, I'm still here, and that's the biggest mistake you've made. This is the vote I've been asked to cast from my dad called Dan. I'll tally the votes. Remember, these are only votes for Chase and Ken. If we have another tie, we will go to rocks, where they, alongside Owen, will become immune and everybody else will be vulnerable. Alright, I'll tally the votes. First vote, Chase. Second vote, Ken. It's 1 vote Chase, 1 vote Ken. Third vote, Chase. It's 2 votes Chase. Fourth vote, Ken. We are tied. 2 votes Chase, 2 votes Ken. Fifth vote, Chase. Sixth vote, Ken. We are tied again. 3 votes Chase, 3 votes Ken, 2 votes left. Seventh vote, Chase. That's 4 votes Chase, 3 votes Ken, 1 vote left. The 8th and final vote, and the 7th person voted out of this game. Chase. Chase, that's 5. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Chase, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, I must give much congratulations on surviving your first tribal council, especially when it's a tied vote. Grab your torches, head back to camp. I'll see you for your next immunity challenge. Wow, if you go back and you look at any of the other episodes or seasons of this series, you will never find a more bigger blindside than that.
And I won't really complain, although I'm very disappointed because I thought I was in a pretty good position and I thought I could win this game. I feel sad for my children. They wanted to see me succeed and I want to show them that I could do this. And hopefully, when I get back to them, they're not going to be disappointed in me because I really put so much effort into this. And to get voted out like this is it's a tough pill to swallow, but again, I won't complain about this because this was quite an awesome way to go out of the game.
I'm just wow.